Is Bruno Fernandes the most important player Manchester United have signed in the Premier League era? So I'm talking since 1992, has United signed any player more important to the club than Bruno Fernandes? In this era, United have signed Ronaldo, Roy Keane, Eric Cantona, Wayne Rooney, lots and lots of players. Or is there anyone more important to the club than Bruno Fernandes? Talent-wise, you can say lots of these players on the list or players that United have signed may be more talented than Bruno Fernandes. But if you talk about impact to a United team, there's not much players you can actually talk about that have got the same or more impact to the team than Bruno Fernandes. I'm talking, for instance, if you take away Cristiano Ronaldo from the squad of 2009 or from the squad of 2008 or the squad of 2007, what impact would they have to the United team? If you take away Roy Keane from the squad of 99 or any United squad, what impact would they have to that squad? Would that be more or equal to the impact it will have if you take Bruno Fernandes off the current United squad? If you take away Bruno's goal contribution, goals, assists, chances created, leadership, and every other thing he brings to the United team, would they be in the Premier League? Would they compete for titles? Would they win the FA Cup they won under Ten Hag? Would they make the Champions League? Would they play Europa League football? You know, for instance, if you look at the game they played against Leon, he did not assist the goal, but he played the pass that led to the assist on two occasions, the Maino one and the Maguire one. So aside these factors, if you look at the way he leads on the team, the way he carries the team, he grabs the game by the scuff. He's the guy that United scream at if they want to get things done. Bruno is not shy to take up responsibilities. Is there any United player that has got this attribute in the current squad? No. And over again, if you take away Bruno Fernandes from that current squad, what will happen to that team? Mason Mount cannot fill the boot. Zirkzee cannot do it. There's lots of players in the United squad that cannot do what Bruno Fernandes does. So I'm thinking, is there any player in the current squad that's more important than Bruno? The answer is no. Is there any player that can actually contribute 50% of what Bruno does? The answer is no. And look across the other side of Manchester. Pep Guardiola was saying, Kevin De Bruyne is a statue for what he has done for Manchester City. But if you compare eras, if you compare the squad that Kevin played for and the one that Bruno played for, you actually see that Bruno Fernandes is a fantastic player. But the only problem Bruno has is that he's playing with the worst United team of all time. Let's talk numbers. Bruno Fernandes has played 278 games. Kevin De Bruyne has played 413 games. Bruno has got 95 goals. De Bruyne has got 106 goals. He's got 82 assists. De Bruyne has got 174 assists. Goal contribution in total, 177 for Bruno. De Bruyne, 280. If we talk about contributions per game, Bruno has got 0.637 and De Bruyne has got 0.678. Without looking on paper, you would think Kevin De Bruyne has done fantastic thing that's way beyond what Bruno has done. But if you look at the stats, if you look at the numbers, the difference between these two players is 0.04. Very small. So De Bruyne is contributing a little bit above Bruno. If we compare squad that each of them have actually performed in, you actually see that De Bruyne has got a much better squad than what Bruno has played with. So De Bruyne has played with so many consistent players. In his time at Man City, he's played with arguably the best coach or the greatest coach or one of the greatest coaches of all time in Pep Guardiola. If you look at the players he's played with Bernardo Silva, David Silva, Aguero, Sterling, Mahrez, Haaland, Alvarez, lots and lots and lots of players. These are players that actually start in their country. These are players that in their national team, they are either first team starters or they play key part of second half games. They come in to play second half at about 55, 60 minutes. These are not players that come in 83 minutes, 79 minutes when the game is won. These are players that actually win you games. But let's look at the players that Bruno has played at United. Current squad, for instance. Zirkzee does not start for Holland. Rashford lost his way at United. Mount does not play for England. Dogu plays for Denmark and they don't win nothing notable. Luke Shaw, always injured. Maguire has good and bad time, been in the flyer for a long time. Paul Pogba, inconsistent. Martial, not good enough. Lots of players that Bruno has actually played with at United are not up to par compared to the players that Bruyne has played with at Man City. And if you're looking at the manager, Bruno has not had the best managers since going to United. He's played with Carrick, he's played with Ten Hag, he's played with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he's currently played with Ruben Amorim. I'm not saying Amorim is not a good manager, but of all the managers that Bruno has had at United, the most successful one is Amorim. And Amorim is an up-and-coming manager. He's just started his career. This should tell you how horrendous his time at United has been. But this does not stop his numbers. Bruno Fernandes has been fantastic for United. So if you look at the era that Ronaldo played for, Roy Keane played for, like I said, if you take these players off those teams they played for, would they have the same impact that it will have if you take Bruno Fernandes off the United squad? So if you take Bruno Fernandes off the United squad, we know they are going to battle relegation. they would battle relegation. But if you take Ronaldo out of the squad of 2009, 8, 7, they may not win the league, but they don't get relegated. If you take away Roy Keane from whatever squad they play for, 99, 98, 2000, they may not win the league or Champions League, but they don't get relegated. This goes on for all the players at United. The only reason why we're not talking about Bruno Fernandes being in the greatest United team of all time is because he has played in the worst United squad of all time, according to Amorim. And despite the squad that Bruno Fernandes has worked with, he has shown he has carried the team, he has played big games, he has scored big goals. He may complain a bit here and there, he may be quite annoying on the pitch, but that does not stop the fact that Bruno Fernandes has been the best signing United have signed since Ronaldo, in my opinion, in 2004. And he's the most important player Manchester United have signed since 1992.